Today's video is full of Shabby Farmhouse Dollar Tree Valentine DIYs, so stick around and find out what I have in store for you today. For this project, we're going to take one of these heart frames from the Dollar Tree, and my mom had made a ton of masks during 2020 and she had all this pre-cut fabric. She gave it to me to use for some crafting, and so I decided to make a shabby wreath out of these. So I picked some of the pink fabrics that she had that I thought looked kind of Valentine-y. I'm going to cut them all into strips. So these are about half to 1 inch strips. They don't have to be uniform because you want them to be shaggy. Once we get all the colors cut out, then I'm ready to assemble them on the wreath form. So I originally started out wanting to do like one color on each of the rings. So like the inside ring would be one, the middle ring would be one, and the outside ring would be one. But then I realized quickly that I wasn't going to have enough fabric to do that for each one of the rings. So instead, I decided it was going to be a patchwork design, and so I just went ahead and did like sections with different colors, and then I kind of tried to make it even. Like if I put this dark pink color on one side, I put the dark pink color like coordinating the opposite side. That way I got all the fabrics in. I also included some white fabric towards the end just to make it full. When I've made these wreaths in the past, I really like to do all the rings because you get such a fluffier, fuller wreath. So if you like these kind of wreaths, I made a jean one, which is my absolute favorite project I have ever made, and I will link that video at the end of this video and in my description box. But here's the final look. I did give this back to my mom as a gift, just because I wanted to give her back something that she had done such a nice job with during 2020. But here it is. Let me know what you think about this one. So I'm going to take one of these foam hearts from the Dollar Tree, and as I mentioned in my last video, I'm on a no spend challenge this month, so I am using all stuff from my crafting stash. So I have these left over from last year. I'm not sure if they're selling them again this year, but if they are, you're going to want to run and grab one of these. I also had a book on hand, and so I'm just going to cut the book into strips. Much like we did with the fabric, these are about a half to 1 inch strips. They don't have to be perfect. We're going to decoupage with them, and so just as long as you're kind of eyeballing that half an inch to 1 inch. I cut up several pieces, and once I had them into my strips, then I took this glue stick that I got from the Dollar Tree. Now these come in a 3-pack. They are liquid glue, and so this was the perfect project for these because I've had them for a while and I thought, what am I going to do with them? Because they're not really a glue stick, but they worked really good on this because hot glue melts the styrofoam and this does not. So it stuck well, you get good coverage, and I used about 1.5 of these glue sticks. So on the front of the heart, I decided to lay them down in strips, and then I just kind of went around the whole heart doing that and then cutting off and trimming around the edges. Once I get all the book pages on, I did cover it with a little bit more glue like decoupage, and then I took a dowel. These came from Walmart, but Dollar Tree also sells wooden dowels. I stuck it in the bottom, and then I had some floral foam and this bucket that also came from the Dollar Tree. I added it to the floral foam, and then I went ahead and added some hot glue around there, and then I added hot glue to the bottom of the bucket so that I could glue the styrofoam down. I thought that that would give it a much like stabler bottom. Then I made a quick shabby bow that I thought would look really cute at the bottom of this heart. It kind of reminded me of a hot air balloon. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments if this reminds you of a hot air balloon. But I'm just going to put some hot glue at the very edge and then glue my ribbon on. So then we still need to fill our bucket. I'm taking some Spanish moss and I'm just going to fill it into the bottom of our bucket all the way to the top. You could use greenery here too if you wanted to. I just really like the way the Spanish moss looked, and that is it for this pretty easy project. Let me know what you think about this one. Taking some more fabric that my mom had gifted me, I'm going to take a piece and fold it in half, and then I'm just going to cut a heart. So much like you would do with a piece of construction paper, we're just going to go around and cut a heart shape. Now I wanted to use as much of this square piece, it's really a rectangle piece of fabric as I could, and so I just went to the edges. Then I took another one of these pieces and I kind of used this one as a template. When I made my second heart, I cut both pieces of fabric at the same time because we're going to make like a little stuffed pillow here. The really fun thing about this would be that you could also use these as appliques or something like that if you wanted to add them to jeans or something. That would be really adorable as well. But I put my two pieces with the faces together and I'm using hot glue here. You can definitely sew these if you would like. My sewing machine is not easily accessible, so I don't pull it out that often. But if you're good at sewing or your sewing machine is out, this would look cute sewed as well. So then I'm just taking my little stuffer that comes with the stuffing. I get mine at Walmart, and I'm just going to go ahead and stuff it into our heart and use the tool to get it into all the little crannies. That is how simple these little hearts are, but they're adorable. You can make any kind of sizes that you want, small, big, you could have a whole little grouping of them. I think they're adorable and a really great use of leftover fabric. For this project, we're going to take one of these chalkboard houses from the Dollar Tree, and I'm using some twine. This twine came in a pack like for, I think it was ornaments, and I just saved them. But it's been great because they're already pre-cut, so I don't have to like get out my big piece of twine. So even if you're not using pieces like to any like projects that you think you can save later, I definitely recommend that. So I hot glued my piece of twine to each of the corners, and then I'm taking some more fabric. This was also that leftover fabric that came from my mom, and I just picked two colors and I just cut them. These were into a little bit tinier strip, so I would say these are definitely half an inch, and I just alternated them between the red and the white. It just gives it a really kind of fun romantic Valentine feel. I really like this one. It's very simple and kind of, I don't know if I want to say abstract, but I'm going to go ahead and trim it because I don't want my pieces to be longer than my chalkboard house. And I kind of go in a V shape, even though once I get it all cut, you can't really tell because of the shabbiness. But if that is it for this simple project, let me know what you think about this one. So this is just a quick centerpiece idea. I had this vase on hand from the Dollar Tree. I also got these really cute heart fillers at Hobby Lobby last year when they were on sale. So be looking for them this year on their sale items. But they had a red and they also had gray. I like this gray color, so I'm just going to add them to the vase. I wanted to make sure that you could see like the heart patterns inside the vase. So instead of dumping them in, I did place them one by one. I also took this ribbon that came from Dollar General. It is a wired small ribbon, and I'm just going to hot glue it to the end or the back of our vase, and then we're going to wrap it around and then hot glue again on top of the ribbon. Then I'm going to make just a very simple awareness bow by pulling it over and adding hot glue, and then I push this down and hot glue as well. I'm going to take a little piece of this ribbon and I'm going to wrap it around the middle to give it the like center of the bow. This part's optional. You could add buttons here, you could add flowers, anything to kind of go in the middle and make it look a little bit different and a little bit more finished. Once I have that part done, I'm just going to go back to our vase and I'm going to glue that into the center. And that is it for this super cute centerpiece idea. If you want to see how I made my rag jean wreath, which is my favorite project of all time, click on this video next. And as always, wherever you are in your journey is a perfect place to start, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, friends!